Hey credit heroes, there are 3 expert-level tactics for removing repossessions from credit reports, and today I'm going to walk you through each one, so you better stick around.
My name is Daniel Rosen, and welcome to Credit Repair Business Secrets.
A repo is one of the most damaging items that can appear on a credit report. This is because every step of the repo process hurts your credit, from missing your payments and defaulting on your loan to the collection accounts or the court judgments that may follow. It all affects your credit report and harms your credit score. Repos may have declined during the pandemic, but due to the ending of economic relief programs, rising inflation, high gas prices, and increasing job cuts, their numbers are now growing rapidly. 2.2 million vehicles are being repossessed every year. That's 5,418 repossessions every day, or about 1 repossession every 16 seconds. Repos create short-term, stressful situations and long-term financial problems, but with the right strategy, you can remove them from credit reports and get back on the road to financial freedom. Here's how this relates to us. For anyone new to credit repair, a repo happens when you fail to make payments on a loan, and then the lender takes back the property that you put up as collateral. And this can include cars or boats or other high-value items, but the most common are cars. Now, there are 2 types of repossessions: voluntary and involuntary. A voluntary repossession happens when you give your vehicle back to the lender because you can't afford the payments or because you want to avoid the experience of having your vehicle taken from you. Involuntary repossession happens when the lender takes back the vehicle without consent and in some cases without warning. According to the credit bureaus, the impact of voluntary and involuntary repossessions are pretty much the same. They can drop your credit scores 100 points or more, and they remain on your credit reports for 7 years, starting from the date of the first missed payment. Repossession laws vary by state, and you should check with your Attorney General's office to learn the rules that apply in your state. Here's the thing to remember. You want to avoid repossessions whenever possible. If you think you're at risk of missing your loan payments, consider contacting your lender and requesting refinance options to get more affordable terms, or consider selling the vehicle if you can pay off the remaining loan balance. Almost any option is better than having a repo on your credit report. But if you're stuck with it, don't worry. As always, you start the credit repair process by disputing any incorrect information that appears on your credit report, and then you send that directly to the credit bureaus. Beyond that, there are 3 expert-level tactics for removing repossessions from credit reports. You might want to take notes. Tactic 1. Factual dispute. Factual disputing usually works like a charm, but it's advanced, and it only applies when the loans have gap insurance, the vehicle was sold at auction after repossession, and the balance was sold to a third party. It must meet all of those conditions or you're wasting your time. But here's the good news. Most vehicles financed from dealerships have gap insurance. And if you have gap insurance for the life of the vehicle, a prorated portion of the vehicle is covered if and only if the vehicle is considered a loss. A repossession is a loss, okay? So when this happens, the refund is sent to the financing company. The financing company receives gap payment long after the account is already sold to a third-party debt collector, and they never update the true balance of the loan on your credit report. So this means the balance is inaccurate and you can factually dispute it. So how do you actually file the dispute? Well, first, remember with all credit repair strategies, timing is crucial. And in this case, you must complete step 1 and step 2 on the very same day, okay? Step number 1, send a validation demand letter by certified mail with a return receipt and send it to the third-party debt collector. If you don't already have a validation demand letter template, you can download it free at creditrepaircloud.com/dispute-letter-templates. and I'll put the link over there in the show notes. The third-party debt collector will usually respond with the wrong balance because the gap insurance paid the financing company and the financing company didn't report the payment to the third-party debt collector. Are you still with me? Great. Step number 2, contact the gap insurance company and request a refund for the loss of the vehicle. Now remember, this has to be done on the very same day as step 1. And here's what's going to happen. The gap insurance company will tell you that a payment has already been made to the financing company. You need to ask them for proof of that payment, and they'll send you a receipt for the payment. Step number 3, assemble a large envelope with several documents to send by certified mail with return receipt to each of the 3 credit bureaus. And it should include the following: a letter to the bureaus explaining the inaccurate balance that they're reporting, a copy of the receipt from the gap company, a copy of the validation letter you sent to the third-party debt collector, a copy of the signed return receipt from your validation letter, and the response you received from the third-party debt collector showing the inaccurate balance. If the bureaus don't respond appropriately, or if they respond with a stall letter, you may need to request a reinvestigation or demand to know their method of verification or send them a bureau warning letter. This process does take time, but it usually works. But if you don't get the result that you want, you may want to file a complaint with the CFPB, the FTC, or your state's attorney general, or even bring in an FCRA attorney and take them to court, and you may wind up with a big cash settlement. The reinvestigation, method of verification, and bureau warning letters are also free to download at that same link. Again, it's creditrepaircloud.com/dispute-letter-templates. And here's tactic number 2, credit sale discrepancy. If the repo you're trying to remove doesn't fit all the criteria that I mentioned in tactic 1, a credit sale discrepancy is another proven removal option. It simply means there's a minor detail issue in the terminology used to indicate the type of account listed on your credit report. Now, auto dealerships are set up to make sales in one of 2 ways: installment loans and credit sales. An installment loan means that the dealer lends you money and then you pay them back in installments until the loan is paid in full. A credit sale means the dealer sold the loan to a lender. Now, most dealers prefer credit sales because they get paid immediately instead of collecting interest over time with loans. Now, if you bought your vehicle at a dealership, there's about an 80% chance that it's a credit sale. So take a good look at your credit report, and if it says loan, and it usually does, you can dispute the repossession based solely on that factual error. It wasn't a loan, it was a credit sale, and that error must be removed. Tactic number 3, post-repo late payment. After a vehicle is repossessed, it's usually sold at auction for a fraction of what is owed, often leaving a deficiency balance. But somehow, the original creditor continues to report late payments. Now you might ask, how can they hit you with late payments after they took the car? Well, they shouldn't, but they do. So when this happens, simply dispute the error, pointing out exactly when the vehicle was repossessed and reminding all parties involved that defaulting on payments beyond that date is inaccurate. And that usually works like a charm. The credit repair process can be slow, it can be complicated, but these 3 tactics have been successful for thousands of people, so don't give up. And here's my final point. Repossessions are some of the most damaging items that appear on credit reports, but that also means removing them can have the greatest impact. Disputing a repossession may not be the simplest process, but boosting a score and changing someone's life is always worth the effort. And I'll end by saying, if you want to learn some easy tricks to boost credit scores, check out my episode, How to Delete Negative Items Instantly. And if you'd like to get certified in the disputing process and grow your very own credit repair business, check out our Credit Hero Challenge. Sign up right now at creditherochallenge.com and start changing lives.